So today we're going to be looking at measures of central tendency, which a lot of this should be somewhat of a review. So in math, we have always referred to an average as the mean of two numbers. However, that is not completely accurate. In fact, there are three different averages we can talk about. These are what we call our measures of central tendency, and they are mean, median, and mode. And since we're talking about mean, median, and mode, I'm also going to talk about range in this example, or in these notes. So first is dealing with mean. So mean is all of the numbers added together, then divided by the total number of numbers. This is what we would traditionally call your average. The second type of average that we can talk about is median. Median is the middle number after we put them in order from the smallest number to the largest number. And by putting them in order from the smallest number to the largest number, that will help us find our range. But in our median, if we have a middle number, that is our median. But if we have two numbers that are in the middle, kind of tied, we would need to add them together and divide by 2. And then our third type of central tendency average is mode. Mode is the number that appears the most. I always stress mode is the most. And then range is our biggest number minus our smallest number. It gives us the total distance between our highest and smallest numbers. So let's look at some examples. Starting off, we're going to find the mean, median, mode, and range for this data. And in order to do this, I like to just deal with the median first. I'll put them in order from the smallest number to the biggest number. So in this case, the smallest number is 2. And I'll cross them off as I go. So 2, 3, 4, another 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, 8, 9, and a 12. Okay, so I have them in order from biggest number or smallest number to the biggest number. So to find our median is the middle number. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. Because it's an even set of numbers, I know it's between my 5th and 6th numbers. Or we can do a finger method to kind of get it in the middle. So I know my median is somewhere between 5 and 6. So I would do 5 plus 6 divided by 2. On your Chromebook, you can have your graphing calculator up. If you don't remember where that is, please refer back to the checklist video, where you can hit the circle in the bottom left of your Chromebook. And then if you bring up the full menu, hit the second dot, and then the picture of your graphing calculator should be there. I would also recommend pinning that to your bar. So then we can do 5 plus 6, divide 2. So I know my median is 5.5. Range, biggest number minus smallest number. So 12 minus 2 is 10. Mode is the one that appears the most. So there are two 4s, so I know my mode has to be 4. And then mean. I'm going to take all of my numbers and add them together. And then divide by the total number of numbers. So I have 10 numbers, so I need to divide it by 10. Yeah, I get 6 for my mean. Second example. Once again, I'm going to put them in order from the smallest number to the biggest number. So 1, 2, 3, 7, another 7, and 8, 9, another 9, a 12, and a 13. Finding our median is the middle number. So I can do that finger method again. Going in, same number. So I know it's between a 7 and an 8. 7 plus 8 divided by 2 gives us 7.5. Range, biggest number minus smallest number. So 13 minus 1 gets us 12. Mode, the one that appears the most common. Now, this is where it gets a little bit trickier because we have two 7s and we have two 9s. So it could be a 7 or a 9, but we can only have one mode. So because there is not a single number that appears the most, we have no mode. We have none. Here's the thing. Never put, if you do not have a mode, never put a 0 for mode, because that tells the reader that your mode is the number 0. So always put none, put NA, put something like that. And then our mean, we're going to add up all of the numbers and divide by 10, because there are 10 of them. We should get 7.1. On the back. Example 3. Now, I want to have you guys attempt example 3 and example 4 on your own, but before you pause the video, notice on how we have we're finding median, we're finding range, we're finding mode, but now we have something that looks like an X with a bar above it. In statistics, X bar, as you're going to hear me call it a lot, means mean. So X bar and mean are the same thing. And we're dealing with an X because it's a sample. It's not all of the numbers. So go ahead and pause the video and try example 3. After putting them in order from smallest number to biggest number, we'll find our mean is 8.5, our median is 8, our mode is 5, and our range is 24. In this example, we had an odd number of numbers, so we actually had a single number in the middle, so that number is our median. Go ahead and try example 4. For example 4, once again, we had an odd number of numbers, so our median is a single number, so we don't have to add and divide. Now, there is a unique relationship between mean, median, and mode when we talk about the distributions. And this really occurs when we have a normal distribution, a skewed left, and a skewed right. In that mound-shaped, symmetrical, or normal, our mean, median, and mode should all line up about the same in the middle. So they should roughly be the same number. However, if we have a skewed left, so the data is being pulled to the left, what happens is the mean is still in the middle of the graph in the pictures. The mode is in the highest column, and the median is between them. So in other words, from that highest column, skewed left, it's pulling everything to the left. And vice versa for skewed right. Our mean is in the middle of the picture. Our mode is in the highest column, and our median is between them. So the mean is being pulled to the right. The other reason why I wanted you guys to pull up your graphing calculators is because your calculator will literally do this for you. So if you follow these steps, first hit stat. So your stat button on your calculator is right here, right underneath your delete or the DEL button. Then you're going to hit enter. So on my calculator, it's going to look a little bit different, but I can hit stat, and then I hit enter. And it says move up, hit clear, move down. And we want to do that for both of them. And what that does is if you have any numbers in that data set or in that list, you would clear it out. So then we could type in our numbers. So if I type in my numbers from example 4, I do 1, enter, because it says hit enter after each number. So 1, enter 8, 8, 9, 6, 0, 21, 36, 7, 19, 13, 32, 10. Then it says hit second mode. Mode's right next to it. And we're going to hit stat. It says move over. And we're going to hit enter. And on your calculators, which will somewhat look the same, the screen will pop up. We need to go down to calculate, hit enter. So, a few things I can point out. First, we have where it says X bar. Well, that is our mean, which we ended up getting as 13.1. 13.1. If we scroll down, it says median. Median. Keep on going down. We have our max number. We have our minimum number. So we could subtract them to get a range. And unfortunately, mode, the calculator does not tell you. So you're going to have to find which number appears the most. But your calculator steps will do this. In fact, when we get to the next lesson, and when we get to scatter plots, you'll be going into this stat button and making lists a lot.